Good morning. It's May 2nd, 2024. And I would like to talk about humanity and how we're a bunch of dummies. No, I'm joking. We're not. I mean, kind of we are. More importantly, that's not what I want to talk about today. Today, I want to talk about how God knows we're a bunch of dummies and died for us anyway as an atonement for a very bad deed that was calling for atonement. By natural law, something had to be paid. It's like if you kill somebody, you have to answer for that. There's a natural progression of things. And what I wanted to talk about is that part of that progression on a personal level is a journey of depression, because we have lived under tyranny from an enemy of our soul that wants to kill us and damage us, humanity at all cost. And when we wake up from that ignorance, there comes a time of depression. And during that depression, from that ignorance, we get revelations and how do I want to say this? We get filled up with the glory of God that comes by way of revelation from the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit does not indwell where lies and tyranny are indwelling. If we're holding a belief system in our vessels that goes against the Holy Spirit, there has to be depression. Just like if you were to, when you're making wine, which I'm about to read about, there is a time of depression, so you can clean the gunk off. Okay, and we don't put new wine. In this parable, the new wine is the wisdom that comes from God that changes our whole relationship with God and with ourselves, that brings us from death into life. There's a time of depression that people go through if they have been, whatever a person's been through personally, God knows. Each journey of depression is different. When I say depression, I mean you depress something to release the toxic air from it. Okay? That's what I'm talking about in subject of making wine. I'm going to read from Mark 2. Not everyone's going to get this, which is fine. Mark 2, starting in 18. And the disciples of John and of the Pharisees used to fast, and they came to say unto him, Jesus, why do the disciples of John and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples fast not? And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the bridechamber fast while the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them, and then shall they fast in those days. No man also seweth a piece of new cloth on old garment, else the new piece that fitted it up taketh away from the old, and the rent is made worse. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine would burst the bottles, and the wine it would spill, and the bottles will be marred. But new wine must be put into new bottles. Okay. So in this parable, we are the vessels, and that depression comes to clean us out, to make room for that new wine. And I'm telling you, God gives us the benefits that don't run out. What this world offers. Sorry, I'm stuttering over myself. But what this world offers doesn't last. And we have to be depressed from it. There's a clearing out process that happens inside of us. The Holy Spirit comes in and cleans out the house when we come to Jesus Christ. There's a whole work that has to be done to bring us from death into life. And it's different and personal for everybody. But at the end of the day, there's only one gate in. And that's done as a failsafe because our adversary is a liar. And he roams around seeking to devour whoever he can get his hands onto. And that's through lies, manipulation, through our own ignorance towards each other. And God made sure that there was only one gate in, because he knew at the end of the day there would be many gates, and this poor ignorant sheep would be running around lost and confused in the dark. And there's a light in that dark, and a thread that goes throughout the whole tapestry, and it all leads to Jesus Christ. And it's great news. It's great news, but we can't get there any other way. Not through our own self-merit. We can't actualize something different than what God made, and what God made a foundation can never be moved. And we certainly can't move it, and Satan can't move it. That's just period.com. I hope everyone has a good day with that knowledge.